Part A, find the surface area of the rectangular prism as if it were separated. Oops. Find the surface area for the triangular prism as if they were separated. Okay, so 2 triangles and 3 rectangles as if they're separated. $120? Good. Centimeter squared. Okay, so next question is, what shapes are overlapped or covered when they're sitting on top of each other, when they're connected? What's the overlap shape? Yeah, it's a rectangle. Okay, so I'll use my red pen. Here we go. Rectangle. How many though? 2. So write down 2 rectangles. You need to identify that before you start calculating it. Now you can find the area of the overlap. So watch your measurements. Find the area of the overlap. Go. Yep. So we're going to take these 2 surface areas, 136 and 120, add them together. But then the overlap that gets covered up must be subtracted. And then we can find our grand total. (208 centimeters squared). Okay. So this is going to be the generic way we're going to do it. It works for everything. Let's try next one. 2 cylinders. Okay. So go ahead, find the surface area of the top cylinder, find the surface area of the bottom cylinder. Do questions 1 and 2, please. Go. Careful for the radius and diameter. Hands up, you got 168 pi for cylinder 1. Perfect. Okay, finish off cylinder 2 now. Okay, so for the second cylinder, the bottom one, 468 pi. Hands up if you got that. On your way. Okay, so then what we have to do is talk about the overlap. What shapes are being overlapped? Right here. Good. I like how you guys mentioned 2, because you do need to know that. It's 2 circles. One from the top and one from the bottom, right where they touch. Okay. Good. So find the total area of overlap. Area of one circle is pi r squared. Make sure you use the correct radius. Go. What radius should I use? 7. Okay, so 7 squared. So area is 49 times pi. Okay. So how do we find the total surface area then? That's right. So 168 pi, you must have both pieces, right? It's a multiplication statement. Plus 468 pi minus 49 pi. So since you have pi, pi, and pi, they all have the letter pi, you can answer in terms of pi. Yep. Oh, thank you so much. Times 2, 98. 98 pi. Well done. Good catch, guys. 98 pi. Okay, so now that I got the numbers right, you can go and add or subtract the numbers. But remember, you must leave it as times pi. Total answer? 538 pi. Okay, you must have that pi part. That's centimeters squared. Okay. Any questions? Hands up, you got this. Perfect. Good, 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 good. Okay. So now that we kind of get this idea of find them separate, subtract the overlap, we're going to switch it back up because sometimes it's easier to do the area a little bit differently. So here we have a barn, okay? The good old classic barn. First of all, this is a real object. Will we need to find the surface area of the bottom of the barn? It's touching the ground, okay? So we won't. That's different than just having a regular shape, okay? The other thing is this rectangle is all covered up. So instead of finding them separate, let's just find the area that's exposed. We have half a cylinder. Right here we have half a cylinder. And with the rectangular prism, we're just going to find the left and the right and the front and the back. So we're not going to bother finding all that extra surface area this time. Okay, so that's what's different. We're not going to find all that overlap and then subtract it. We're just going to find the area that we see exposed. Okay, so let's find the surface area of the top object. Let's find the surface area of one cylinder. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. Once we've done that, how will we find the surface area of half a cylinder? Divided by 2. Okay, good. Go ahead. Hands up if you got this. Okay. Final total answer is 206.25 pi because that's for the half a cylinder. So once I found a full cylinder, I just divided by 2. Okay, good. So again, we're not going to include the sides not needed for the bottom prism. So we're going to do a left and a right, and then we're going to do a front and a back. Okay, please work across. Show me those. Now once we have those, what are we going to do then to find the total surface area? Just add them. There is no overlap now because we didn't add anything extra. So nothing needs to be taken away. So 480 plus 360 plus 206.25 pi. Now you might want to do this first because this is a multiplication. So my advice to you is to do it first. Most new calculators will be okay, but if you have an old calculator, it might not follow the order properly. Okay, so you know bed mass better than your calculator. 206.25 times pi equals, and then I'm just going to add. Let's round to nearest hundredth, please. Round to nearest hundredth. Okay. So final answer after you've rounded. Any volunteers? Hands up. Okay, fine, no volunteers. Yeah. Rounds to 5, okay? 1487.95. Hands up if you got that. Okay. Any questions at all? Yep. That's if I wanted to round to nearest 10th. Okay, but the 5 after it was a 3, so I round to 5. Okay, so 100th is the second decimal place. You good? Right, you don't round twice. Never round twice. All right. Okay, here we go. So what I want you to do for your homework, you have this worksheet right here. Okay, you're doing the front and the back. If you write large, you might want another sheet of paper, but you should be able to squeeze it all in. Final answers to 1 decimal place. Okay, I lead you through pretty good. On the back, this rectangular prism right here, have a look, it's an equilateral triangle. So it's 15, 15, and 15. Okay, so watch out for that, but you don't need the bottom triangle, only the top. There's 3 equal rectangles on the sides, okay? And the very last thing is there's your answers. So you can double check your work as you go along. All right, make sure you read the question, answer the question. You guys good? You guys have quite a bit of time, like 40 minutes. There's a good chance to be able to get it done in class. Okay, begin.